cuts back and breaks a tackle and is out of bounds inside the Derby 25. And you and I were talking during the break, maybe they should move him up to one of those up men. They did just that, and watch him go.
Yeah, and I don't think they saw Hayes moving into that spot, kicked it right to him. Watch Hayes turn on the jets. The Nebraska commit shows off why he's going D1. And I tell you what, he's got the Eagles in a great position. Can they get the offense moving and move the chains here, get in the end zone?
Well, this has got to be 4 down territory for the Maize Eagles. To have a chance here, they got to punch this in, as now Roboto's out at quarterback. And he'll hand it off, and Shannon Jones unable to get out of the backfield. And look who comes up big, number 95, Milan Colvin, all 6'1", 290.
Yeah, Milan Colvin is absolutely big at that nose guard position. Transferred over from Rose Hill High School. 17 total tackles on the season. 12 of those are solo. He's also had 3 sacks. The young man can move some folks out of the way.
Well, you saw the quickness just to beat the block right up the middle. And it's loss of a couple, 2nd down and 12. Here you see the junior Eli Roboto, 6'2", just under 190. And a little play action. He dropped the football and he just had to fall on it. And Maize self-destructing here, going backwards. Now they got 3rd and forever from there. 35 looks like about 3rd and 20.
Again, I think what you're going to see is him turning around, and again, an issue with the fullback as the ball popped out of his hands. Jonah Jackson, the fullback there, and so critical. You got to have a great grip on the football, and even if something like that happens, you got to be able to hang on to it. Ball security, obviously an issue.
And Coach Guzman might have to take a timeout. Team still in the huddle with 7. He's right by an official. Yeah, you have to here. Yeah. Now
Can't afford to rush anything right here.
He was talking
about Maize, first charge of the half.
He was talking about his kicker Mason Teague having, if the wind was at his back, he felt comfortable kicking a 50-yarder. Well, they would need to gain a couple here to get in that range, but it all depends, of course, what happens here on 3rd down, but you have got to come out of here with points. Yeah, so you see Coach Guzman. We talked about Coach Guzman and Coach Clark. Here are the all-time active win leaders here in Kansas. You see Randy Dreiling, former Hutchinson High, at the top, but there you look down, Coach Guzman at 192 and 137. Not all at Maize. This is his 14th year at Maize, and then Brandon Clark, all of those are here at Derby, the 173. So a couple of guys that are doing it the right way at these 2 schools.
You betcha. Just great company that they're in. You look at that list, and that's a who's who in Kansas high school football coaches that are just phenomenal.
How about Kevin Ayers there at Little River, 8-man Division I, widely regarded maybe as the best 8-man coach in Kansas. A 3rd and 20. Romano, a little offset eye. Wanted to go quick pass. He's going to step up. He fires a pass. He's had his receiver and threw it behind him. Maivella was open on kind of a deep post pattern, and the ball just delivered behind him. Now, decision time. And I do see Teague coming out.
Teague's coming out, but I believe he's going to punt the football away. I don't see a holder coming out.
He's got a tee in his hand.
He does have a tee in his hand.
And what wind there is from the north. The flag is limp right now.
Well, we saw him hitting 45-yarders in practice going the other way.
Vincent Rosas is the holder, so just inside the left hash from 52. Teague, this one I don't think is going to get there, and it will be short. And the Maize Eagles come up empty after the big kick return from Bryson Hayes, and it stays 13-0. That deflates the sails for you if you're a Maize Eagle.
Yeah, it really does. And for Bryson Hayes, he's given everything he's got out there, and you can see it. And for Derby, on the other hand, you're going to think, okay, hey, we dodged a bullet right there. We gave up a big play. It didn't hurt us. Now we got the football. We're going back the other way.
Coach Guzman, he Great to visit with him. Love visiting with these two coaches on Tuesday night. He's staying very positive. He knows they had the slow start last year. Just hoping some of these young kids that have been forced into roles can develop as the season goes. And now that defense out there trying to look for a stop. The option pitch to Finley, out on the edge again. Here he goes. Cuts to the outside and back, and he's gone. It's midfield. You got one man to beat, and Arias Finley taking it to the house for another Derby Panther touchdown.
80 yards to the house in the first play from scrimmage.
How did Coach Clark describe Arias Finley? He said he's probably got the speed of a Dylan Edwards, but more physical.
So I think this might be coming back. Everybody's headed that way, and I didn't see
it down
the infraction was.
Holding,
I see
number
it there.
12, offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Wow.
That's a killer.
It looks like it was about 8 yards down the field, so it'll turn out to be about a 2-yard loss, but you keep the down. But Arias Finley, that was high praise for how good they think this young man already is and can be.
Yeah, when you think about him, just a beast in the weight room. He bench presses 300 pounds for a guy that's 5'5". That's incredible. 155 pounds.
I tell you what, and you watch these receivers. Now, I know that was a hold downfield, but I tell you, those receivers are bringing it down the field for these other receivers and running backs. Look how deep Finley is lined up, about 7 yards, and there's the pitch to him again. He's trying to get to the edge, and he's strung out. Excuse me, that is not Finley. And we may have had a late hit out of bounds, and we do. That was actually John Lujan on the carry, a receiver and backup running back.
Yeah, Lujan got it to the corner, got pushed out of bounds, and then just a little bit too far. So, you know, that's one of those mental mistakes you cannot make.
Foul. Defense, 49. Unnecessary roughness. 15 yards from the end of the run. Yardage results in a first down.
And those are the penalties that absolutely kill you, because it's just, they just don't make any sense. And you see Lujan out of bounds, stepped out and then was slammed down to the turf.
Only thing I can guess is Keller McNeil didn't hear the whistle. And now again, they get it out to Lujan. This time corralled just as he got across the line of scrimmage by number 5, Kobe Jackson, came up for a nice stop.
Yeah, Lujan just doing a little 5-and-out. Great job getting the football to him. Kemp has been on fire tonight. His decisions have been really good. His delivery. And again, he doesn't have to be a game manager, but right now that's what he's doing. Just managing the game.
Finley straight ahead for the first down. Ends up in the arms of Connor Kurtzen, number 45. And that'll move the chains for a 1st and 10 for the Derby Panthers. And now we're going to see the run again. And here comes the tempo again. And another option, this time keeper. And Kemp, I think, ran into his own lineman, and he's down with a short gain of maybe a yard.
I think he got caught from behind by Kevin Watkins. No correction. I think that was actually, yes, it's Watkins coming up from behind to make the tackle. Got some great penetration there, did Watkins.
Well, it's 2nd and 9. Again, Kemp calling all the plays at the line. Little play action. Steps up in the pocket, buying time, and he gets hit and down. That was a great tackle by, it wasn't Stotler, it was number 18.
It was Watkins again.
Kevin Watkins engaged, got an arm out, and got Kemp to the ground.
That's just keeping your head up, knowing where you're at on the field. Yeah, he went right to him, just cut his legs right out from underneath him, heads up play.
Oh, and the Maize Eagles, this is what they've been looking for. 3rd and 13, can they get a stop? And Kemp trying to get him into the neutral zone. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Now Kemp getting the audible from the sideline from head coach Brandon Clark. Calls the plays. Play clock at 2. They just got it off. Little play action. Flag is out. They throw back across to Finley, and he's trying to make something happen, and he's down behind the line of scrimmage. I'm not so sure that was an illegal motion. I don't know that Finley ever got reset before the snap, and which Maize would, I'm sure, decline this penalty. If that is it,
Shift.
legal shift.
Offense. Penalties decline. 4th down.
And you got to wonder, well, I think maybe thought about it for a moment. I wondered if Derby with the lead might go for it there, but they're going to go ahead and punt it.
And you got to think about first of all, great job by the Maize
Quarterback and
defense
running back.
to make that happen and to get a stop right here. But how about the hold?
Took the touchdown
Just
off the board.
Took the 80-yard touchdown away.
Now you got to realize Blade Clark that's out there to punt, he's a sophomore quarterback. And he will punt it away. End over end kick, fair catch. Bryson Hayes at the 26. So we'll keep it here with 15 seconds left. Good decision there by Hayes. And Maize had to have that. You really feel like they needed the score last time, but they do come out, get a break on the penalty, but get a stop. Probably run one play here, then they'll have the end of the quarter to kind of talk over strategy for the second quarter.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for Maize, your defense, you got to pat those guys on the head. Did a great job stopping Derby there. Now for the offense, you know, you got 15 seconds left in this quarter. You got to find something positive out of each and every play here, and you've got to move the chains.
And they'll come back with Pierce George this series at quarterback. And Jones just looking for something that was not there. Running room, he is just buried in the backfield. First one there was a Dylan Carroll, which will run us down to the end of our first quarter here in Derby.
Into the first quarter.
The Panthers lead the Eagles 13-0. We'll take a break and be back for the second quarter of the Game Time and Game of the Week on Your View.
Hola a todos, tenemos profesionales legales listos para responder sus preguntas. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, llámenos ahora mismo para hablar con un representante, obtener respuestas a sus preguntas y conocer cuánto vale su caso. Soy Victoria García y estoy con el portavoz y personalidad de la televisión, Milo Sánchez. Milo, dile a todos los que nos miran en casa quién debería llamar en este momento.
Bueno, Victoria, es como lo has dicho, cualquier persona que haya resultado herida en un accidente que no fue su culpa puede llamar ahora mismo. Le ofreceremos una consulta gratuita y le informaremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Entonces, ¿qué tipo de llamadas está recibiendo nuestro equipo hoy?
Bueno, Victoria, estamos recibiendo llamadas de todo tipo de accidente, pero lo más común es los accidentes automovilísticos. Por lo tanto, si usted ha sido lesionado en un accidente, llame ahora, le diremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora.
When the little things start feeling like too much to handle, it might be from vaping. See how nicotine could be making you act less like yourself. Visit downanddirtylife.com. Now, start of the second quarter. Scott Hook and Scott Gurney with you this evening. Second and about 13 for the Maize Eagles. George, short drop, gonna heave one up. He's got Hayes, had a man beat and was underthrown and nearly intercepted back there by Easton Splain. I think he kind of ran in to Martell Jackson, but I tell you, Hayes got off the line quick. That ball's in stride, he's gone.
Yeah, got a little more height underneath it and got it underneath him. He might have gotten there. And this ball may have been broken up from being intercepted by a couple of Derby teammates back there too.
Yeah, I'm not so sure they didn't run into one another. And now third down and 13.
Pierce George getting the nod on this series.
There you see Bryson Hayes. He certainly loved his sophomore season with Avery Johnson back there firing balls all over the field. Now play action again, and whistles will make this third and even longer, I think.
34 offense. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Another penalty.
Fourth penalty for Maize, 30 yards total. on the night so far.
I think you were saying during the break, -3 rushing, 3 passing. So 0 total yards in the first quarter for Maize. And that, see what they could do here on 3rd down. That stat might be getting a little worse. So probably going to pin their ears back here will be the Derby Panthers and just get after it.
Well, I think you have to.
Now George that offset eye, just going to hand it off. And Jones got it knocked away. And it is going to be Derby football. That was Houston Boland, got his big mid in there. And it's recovered by Dylan Carroll.
There's one of those mistakes we talked about that are so key. And you can see he really never had a good handle on the football and puts it on the turf. And once that happens, bad things happen. That was one of the keys for the Derby Panthers. You got to get the football back, but you got to create those turnovers in that time. Not necessarily creating the turnover with a hit, but taking advantage of a mistake.
Well, and they were playing it safe too. That's, you know, just run it, get some positioning for Teague to punt it away, and now you give Panthers a 16-yard field. Can't play action. It's going to be a little read option, and he spins and is down after a short gain. And that was a nice open field stop there by Hunter Jennings, and also I think that was Drake Blasey there as well.
Yep, 40 Drake Blasey in on the tackle. And again, positive yardage though, and that's so crucial. Pick up something positive on each play.
This Eagle defense last week against Hutch played 33 of the 48 minutes, and they just got worn out. Now a little play action. Kemp back, rolls out. Oh, he's got a man open in the back corner to Brame. He got it in, got a foot down. Oh, what a catch. Touchdown Panthers. You just give it to your 6'6" receiver, and he shows that athleticism by getting turned around and knowing right where he was in the back corner.
Spectacular patience, field awareness. Watch Kemp, wait, and then launch. Great job out there by Brame. Just finding an open spot and keep going. Don't stop, just keep going.
That would have counted at the NFL level. He got both feet down. As Holsinger on a bad snap. Little jailbreak here. They throw a pass to, I think, a lineman. I don't know if he's even an eligible receiver. It's going to be no good on the extra point. Second failed conversion tonight for Derby. But right now, all Panthers, 19-0. I'll take a break and back with more here on Your View.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
Here's another great view of this touchdown in that back corner. Wow.
Brame just having a presence of mind and knew where he was at in the end zone. Went to the corner, caught the football first, got the foot down. And like you said, both. That's gonna count on Sunday. May end up seeing him there one of these days.
Did you see it in live speed? Kemp threw that when he wasn't open. He threw it to the spot that he knew he was going to. Here's another short kick. And a nice catch there by Jackson. Comes up the side. Oh, and he had a crease and got banged out of bounds. Right around the 35-yard line. That time they were able to keep it away from Bryson Hayes. But Maize, again, searching for something positive. They've been just rotating the quarterbacks so far. And this will be Robato's series.
obviously they're searching for that guy that's going to be the leader, that's going to be able to command the field and give them some spark, and that's what they need right now.
Roboto will give it to Jones, and just nothing doing. He's going to lose maybe a yard. You know, had that good early run or two on their first possession, and since then they have not been able to get him out of the backfield.
No, they really haven't. You got big Mylan Colvin up there, number 95 and number 77. There's Mylan Colvin right there, 95. You got Bolin up there at 275. Those guys are hard to move. That's moving the mountain.
Big and physical up front. 2nd and 11. Got that 4 receiver look. Roboto wanted a quick pass. It's covered up. He's going to scramble out of the pocket and tried to find a man. And it was broken up very nicely there by James Middlebrook. Intended receiver was Jackson Salisbury.
And again, Middlebrook coming up from his defense back position to make the play. Good pressure on the football. Hamlin coming up.
Tell you, Coach Clark told us about in that secondary. James Middlebrook and Martell Jackson both running somewhere around the 4.5 40 right now. That secondary is fast, physical, can stay with anybody. And now another 3rd and long here for the Eagles. Well, look at, they're stacked at the line. Here they come, right through the middle. Quick out is caught, but immediately tackled is Bryson Hayes. And that time we just mentioned him, Martell Jackson, number 24, in man-on-man coverage. Made the stop after it looked like just a gain of a couple.
Yeah, Jackson, such a physical player. Great speed, great field awareness. He's just what you want out of a good corner. 6'2", 175.
So we're going to send Middlebrook and Brame back for the Teague punt, standing just inside their own 40. Wow. There's that rugby kick, takes a high hop. Middlebrook will get it about the 25, trying to go wide right, cuts up the right hash mark. Got a great block up the sideline. Teague is his only chance to get stopped, and Teague will get him out of bounds, but not until Middlebrook will bring it down to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, about a 30-yard return right there. And look at running heads up. Finds the open field, got some great downfield blocks. Finally run out of bounds by the kicker.
And we haven't mentioned it, but Drew Kemp, if that name is familiar, yeah, he was on the other side last year. He transferred over from Maize. There you see him. We talked to the coaches a little bit about that. Not a lot being made about it, but you know, it means a lot to him tonight. Now a little play action. I think they wanted a wheel route. They're going to go down the middle of the field. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Eagles. This time he finds Rowan Foster, number 10. Got behind the secondary. And it's all Panthers here in the second.
And we've been kind of waiting for Rowan Foster, who's kind of back. I believe he's back from injury, and now he's back out finding a way to get to the end zone. Foster for the touch.
They ran Brame on a wheel route, and I think the defense kind of suckered on him, and over the top go the Derby Eagles, or excuse me, the Derby Panthers, and they got a hand on that, I think, but it got through there. Extra points have been a little bit of an adventure as the Panthers lead at 26-0 heading to this break on Your View.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
26-0. The Derby Panthers lead the Maize Eagles. There you can see the sideline celebrating right now with this big first half from the homestanding Derby Panthers as they get set to kick off again. And this is what you were afraid of if you were a Maize Eagle fan coming in, having struggles with your offense and the big plays. Derby just loaded with playmakers on that, especially on that offensive and defensive side of the ball. We've already seen a big play in special teams as well out of Derby. They are as well-rounded as they come. There's a reason they come in 3-0 and #1 in Class 6A.
Absolutely. So many tools in the toolbox for Coach Brandon Clark for Derby. And well, I tell you what, Drew Camp is using all those tools to his advantage.
Short kickoff again. Jackson from the 22-yard line. Trying to go to the sideline, and a good cutback. He'll get across the 30. And that's where the Eagle offense, if they stay true to form, this would be Peyton George coming out for this series at quarterback. You know, I think talking to head coach Brandon Clark, he said through 3 games, he said, I don't know if my starters have played a full game worth of quarters. You know, last week they were up 23-0 without an offensive snap. 2 kickoff returns, 1 punt return, and a safety. And they played like 6 snaps last week. So
it's pretty impressive by special teams.
Yeah, and now a pre-snap penalty. It looks like going to go against Maize.
False start, 68 offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And then and you get something like that, and you know it's just conditioning. It's knowing where you're supposed to be at, when you're supposed to be there. You lose your focus like that, and that's what happens. And you hurt your football team.
Now a little option, George. Good decision. I think the ball came loose. They're going to say it was down. Pitchman was covered, so he cut it up, got what he could, got about 3.
Yeah, I think George picked up about 3 yards on the play. Looking at the option, found a way to cut through. Good tackle right there by number 11. That's Dalton Hornbeck. He'll come up for another one.
Looked like the right decision.
Oh, yeah.
They were hedging out on the back. That was the read to cut it. And 2nd and 12. Now George back. Heavy pressure. Got the pass away at the feet of the intended receiver, Jackson Salisbury. Just lucky there to save the yardage and got rid of it.
Yeah, we'll see it again, and we're going to see the pressure. That mean green front line for the defense. Just giving George fits, but how about number 30 coming off the edge? It's Dylan Carell coming off the edge and forcing George right back into the rest of the pressure, that big front defensive line. And whew.
And Maize getting to the huddle late. They get to the line with about 6. Well, Coach Guzman used one here. They got the snap away, but I think somebody moved early.
Oh, no.
False start, 34 offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's their 6th penalty for 40 yards. They've all been pretty much 5-yard penalties, except for the one big 15-yarder, but unnecessary roughness. But it's those little 5-yarders at the worst times. You know, you're down, you're 3rd and 17, and you've really just put yourself behind the 8-ball because they have not been good at all at 3rd and long.
Well, and Derby's been bringing pressure. Right now, they're showing just a 3-man front. Now they're going to pitch it back to Jones. He's trying to cut back and nothing doing. He just got blasted by number 11, Dalton Hornbeck.
Yeah, just a big green wall right there to run into, and The pursuit is on, and right now Derby doesn't need to come across the line of scrimmage because they're sealing off the line of scrimmage all the way to the edge, and there was just nowhere for Jones to go.
Well, the team speed in pursuit of Derby, I mean, they just rallied to that point so quickly. Jones had no chance. And now Brame will go back again with James Middlebrook. Good snap to Teague, rugby style kick, and they tackled him, but he was a runner at that point. And no, the late flag will come out as this ball went out of bounds on the main side of 50.
Roughing.
So if that may be an automatic first down. Let's see.
See what the Whitehead has to say here.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, number 32, the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So it is an automatic first down. I know he's a runner, but he's still protected when he's in the act of kicking, and they just tackled him. I was surprised at the lateness of the flag, but not surprised he got it.
Yeah, I think this is just not knowing the situation and having the discipline to not do that right there.
So Mason Teague was pleading his case there. Are you going to throw it? And he did. It was a little late, but definitely the correct call.
5th penalty for Derby for 55 yards.
It's a little unexpected, I think, there on the Derby side of the amount of penalty there. See Coach Clark, I think we gave him an opportunity here. And back to Jones. And boy, I tell you what, he just, again, since those early runs, that time it was Gavin Fonensteel, number 8. He has just had nowhere to go.
Fonensteel coming up from that Sam linebacker's position. Great tackle right there. How about 44 also getting in on the tackle right there at the feet?
Koa Indalacio.
Yeah. Koa getting involved.
Senior linebacker, just 155, but the speed is incredible. That was a loss of just a yard, 2nd and 11. George play action, going to design roll after that's Roboto in there, fires a strike and out of bounds, just short of the first down. That's Maivella, Braden Maivella, junior wide out. Nice pitch and catch there for Maize.
It was. Just a reversed out, looked down the field, kept his eyes up, made a nice toss over his wide out.
It's like where he went out, it's going to be just about a yard here.
Well, this is really the first time they've been in 3rd and short situations for Maize. See if they can capitalize here. They need to be able to move those chains. They need to eat up some of this time with the Derby defense on the field instead of the offense.
I think 3-man front, quarterback sneak maybe. Just try to get that yard. Now it's going to be 3rd and 6. Boy, those are the killers. You take yourself out of 3rd and 1.
And you could see it right away. Noah Jackson was.
False start, number 4, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, they got it on a receiver. I thought it was the fullback.
Yeah, they got it on Maivella, but maybe they both moved. I just had eyes on Jackson there.
Yeah.
And the way he reacted, he knew he'd made a mistake, but.
I think at this point to Coach Guzman, it's irrelevant.
Yep.
And puts us in 3rd and 6, he's thinking. Now Roboto, pressure coming from his backside. He feels it, but he can't get away from it. And once again, there's Elijah Dixon and Dalton Hornback in there, number 14.
And they get pursuit from the backside. Watch him coming off the edge, beats the block by the tackle, and just it was a foot race to the quarterback.
Well, you have to go back, that false start penalty.
Killer. Completely changes what you're going to call.
Yeah, you got a short run or a sneak there, then you have to go to the air and you suffer the sack. So Teague back out there. Just under 6 minutes here before halftime. High snap. And Teague trying to kick this away from Middlebrook, but boy, that went out of bounds a lot sooner than he wanted it.
And he had great effort on the kick. Is the execution that is going to bring that one back a little bit farther down the field and give Derby.
Wow, they keep walking.
It's going to give Derby some really good field position to start this off. And right about the 44-yard line, this looks like where they're going to mark it.
So great starting field position for the Panthers. So Derby going to huddle on the sideline. And we have a very special coming up at halftime. You didn't know Coach Brandon Clark was an author. He and Kevin Chase and Dave Gordon. He's a world-renowned keynote speaker, famous author. He will be with us at halftime to talk about this new book. Just came out on Tuesday. There's a big launch party here in Derby tomorrow. Coach Clark's really excited about it. Culture Champion. Stay tuned for halftime for that. As Drew Kemp and the offense go back to the option. Finley out on the edge. Great block. Out on the edge. He cuts it to the middle of the field. Spins off a tackle. And boy, the human highlight reel. Arius Finley inside the Maize 40 with another big gain.
There's been some incredible backs here at Derby, and Mr. Finley falls right into that same mold. A lot of green out in front of him. He gets that head of speed, can spin. He's got that low center of gravity. Fun to watch.
That was E.J. Utitis, number 6 down the field with the block. Now another pitch. Got another block from Brain this time. Finley back to the middle of the field, breaking tackles. And boy, an ankle tackle there by number 33, Beckett Shute. He may have saved a touchdown.
He very well could have. And another 13, 15-yard pickup right there for Finley. He is just rattling them off tonight.
And back to the tempo. RPO, Kemp keeps it, cuts back to the middle. He'll be down inside the 20 to the 19, a gain of about 4. But Derby can just keep coming at you. And the tempo, Maize is trying to substitute right now.
Well, that defense has got to be winded already.
And Kemp, he's got 5 wides. Play action. He's looking back to the right side. Corner route. Oh, and it was overthrown. Wide open was Dalen Bledsoe. He had fooled the defense by that post pattern, went back to the corner, and it was just overthrown.
We're going to take another look at it. Let's just see just how wide open that Bledsoe was. Nice air underneath the football. He just looked like he may have slowed down just a hair.
They're down in 6, almost turned into a 3rd and 1, and a Maize lineman almost jumped into the neutral zone.
Plenty of time on the play clock.
Brame in the left slot of the 3 receivers are going to go to the quick out. Bledsoe cuts it back to the middle of the field. Maize trying to keep him from getting the first down, but he did get it. See where they're going to give him the spot. It looks like the 12, where it will be first down and 10.
A good execution right there. Looks like he's going to stay on the ground right now. And Bledsoe got wrapped up and then the dog pile on the side.
And Bledsoe, I think he just maybe got his leg caught under him. That nice little run after the catch, and that's good to see. Pops right up. Coach Clark out there with him.
He's going to have to step out for a play, but hey, good to see him run off the field there. He'll be ready to go back in. See if we can see where it may have occurred there. It was quite a collision. 45 putting the helmet.
Helmet to helmet there.
Yeah.
That was Connor Gertson on that hit. Again, he's a runner at that point, so if you're thinking, why no penalty? There's no penalty helmet to helmet on a running player or a runner. And Finley, following the big boys up front, is caught from behind inside the 10, taken down at the 8. It will be 2nd down and about 6. Under 4 minutes here before halftime. Phenomenal high school facility here in Derby, Kansas, home of the Derby Panthers. This is actually over at the middle school. And it's back to Finley off right tackle. And struggling. He was on top of a man. Are they going to give him? They will give him that forward progress. He was on top of somebody on the ground, just kept squirming forward, and he gained another yard.
Mr. Jackson Gage providing a little bit of floor protection for Finley there.
Third down, and it looks like about 1. And here's the tempo again. And that dummy snap count.
Finley over 120 yards rushing now. Actually, eight carries, 120 yards rushing here in the first half, and we're still got 3 minutes left to go.
They moved him around a couple of times back. Option keeper, good decision there by Kemp. And he cuts inside of the inside defender, and he didn't need a lot. Did he get there? I think he did. Maize trying to stiffen here.
This would be a huge play for the Maize defense.
Got to watch the hard count. And they didn't. Somebody got into the neutral zone, and that will give Derby the first down.
Encroachment, 40 defense, half the distance to the goal. Yardage results in a first down.
Wow, Drake Blasey. There, Coach Guzman, you can tell by the look on his face. He said you had to know that was coming.
Yeah, that says it all right there. And Derby not having to run a play, got a first down inside the 3, I think it is, down to the 2,
yeah,
maybe a yard and a half.
At the yard and a half line. Back to Finley, and he spun, but I don't think he got there. Or did they give it to him? They do. Touchdown, Maize. I didn't think he got there. Connor Gertson, I thought, got him down, but they'll signal touchdown of Panthers. We'll get another look at it, I'm sure, and we'll see if he did get across. Coming right into your screen.
With the spin, that's when he got it, when he dove forward.
Yep. You can't quite tell there when the elbow went down as he stretched it across. And Holtzinger up with the extra point. He knocks it through. 2:25 before halftime. 33-0 Derby. Get another look at that touchdown.
Second rushing touchdown of the day for Mr. Finley. This one from short distance, but again, taken on the block, spins, rotates. His legs were off the ground, so if he reached out, let's take another look, see if we see it.
Yeah, he was on top of a defender. And the one angle we saw when we could finally see the football, you could see it was just had the nose on the white line, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly impressed with Arias Finley, and again, a rich tradition of running backs. Dylan Edwards now at K-State, along with Avery Johnson. We were here 2 years ago for that battle. One of the best games that you and I have ever called or ever seen high school-wise. Now they're teammates, of course, at K-State, and we asked Coach Clark about that, and he said he really felt like it was a good experience to play in Colorado last year, but he really felt like with Chris Kleiman and K-State that Dylan Edwards is really home now.
Yeah, and that's coming from Dylan. He says, this feels like home to me.
Yeah.
He said, I need to find a place that's like Derby, and he said, Manhattan's the place. So.
Manhattan is the place.
Yep.
There you see Coach Clark. Starters playing at least a couple of quarters tonight. Probably want to be curious to see if they come out for a series or two in the third. As Holtzinger, a lot of practice kicking off this year is 40, 77, and 59 are the 3-game point totals coming in. And Jackson looking back this time, he'll take it just inside the 20. Able to get by one defender and tackled as he crossed the 25. Well, and if you're Maize at this point, I mean, in the back of your mind, you knew this was a possibility. If you didn't play a clean game, which unfortunately for Maize they haven't in the first half, what's the mindset here moving forward? Down 33-0. I think really just maybe to get 2 or 3 first downs.
It would be good. The only first down right now has come off a penalty. So for your offense, they've got to get something going. You got to have something positive to go into the locker room with. And if it's anything but just, hey, let's get a first down. Let's see what happens after that.
Jones stutter stepping in the backfield, looking for something and just wasn't there.
Yeah, because right now the Maize offense just looks discombobulated. It's like they can't get the gears meshed together. Of course, they are battling a monster defensive line of Derbies right now. They're just so physical up front. And again, that's one of the keys to the game for the Derby Panthers. You got to out physical everybody, and at the point of attack is where they're getting it done. Maize has got to find some sort of answer here in the second half, and on this drive, just to get them to the locker room, they need something.
I want to go to the quick out pass. Oh, great hands and catching and losing the football was Hayes. Or was that Hayes? Or no, that was Maivella, excuse me. And one of the other receivers, Johnny on the spot, was Ryder Zimmerman. And got back on top of a huge break there for Maize.
That would have been big, because that would have been another turnover on a short field, and that's what you can't give Derby. You can see the ball popped out. Nice work getting right back onto the football.
Isaac Nicholas for Derby's wondering how in the heck that got by his hands back onto the turf. He was right there and went right by him.
Now we're looking at a 3rd and short situation for Maize. They, can't have a penalty on this play.
You got under a minute, and if you're Maize, you've got 2 timeouts. Read option. Jones, a little crease this time, will have the first down. And he got out to about the 38. And at this point, I don't see Coach Guzman next to an official like he's going to try to go to any kind of a 2-minute offense. I think he just wants to run another play or two and take this into the locker room. And we're going to see
George
these Maize Eagles a little bit later in the year against the Maize South Mavericks, and Tate McNew, quarterback for the Mavericks, having quite a campaign. On a long count. Back to Jones. He lost the football, and it's going to be a scoop and score. Oh my goodness. It's going to be Koa Indalacio taking her to the house. Touchdown Panthers with 7 ticks on the clock.
Oh my goodness, a bad exchange just turned into a disaster for the Eagles here. Indalacio capitalizes right here. Here's the exchange. It's dropped by Jones. Indalacio right into your kitchen.
Oh, and again, that's twice in this game. Maize calling a conservative play. They don't get the exchange. Sets up a short field touchdown the first time. This time, a scoop and score. And now the extra points, and doinked off the left upright.
A doink, oh no.
Holtzinger, second miss, and also another miss on a bad snap. So I guess if you're Coach Clark, that's one thing. Your special teams with the kicking game have been less than stellar here in the first half. Everything else clicking on all cylinders.
Yes, definitely has, and it's been that hold. It's been questionable at best. And obviously, not everything can go perfect for you. So if there's going to be one thing you need to talk about at halftime, it's going to be that. Hey, let's try to make a PAT here.
Well, you think about the Maize Eagles. We've had the Northwest Grizzlies a couple of times, and of course, Augie Fast. He was the Maize running back last year. We talked about Drew Kemp was a quarterback. I know it's 2 players, but that's 2 big pieces that you thought coming into the season you're going to have that you don't have, and that has really affected Maize.
It really has, and you see it, especially at point of contact, handing the ball off. You can't get that exchange. Working with, you got 2 newbies back there. The experience just isn't there. You just wonder how much time they've had to really get that down. And when you got a skill level that's a little bit higher, it makes a big difference. And you just got to do the best you can with what you got. Coach Guzman knows that. He's been in the game a long time. He understands the process.
Yeah, he's trying to stay positive, and it's going to be tough the longer. I mean, they knew this was going to be a tough one coming in, and they've played a tough schedule. And they had that 7-3 loss at Goddard to start the year. Lost last week 21-0 to a pretty good Hutch team. And they play a tough schedule.
You bet.
And another short kickoff right to Jackson, right at the sideline at the 20. And he's dancing around, and another good return on the short kick with a couple of ticks left on the clock. Maize will have 1 play barring penalty from their own 35-yard line.
I don't believe they've gotten across the 50 yet. No, only one offensive first down. This other first down they got was via a penalty. So
penalty on a punt.
Yeah, really a struggle.
And they're kind of lining up like Roboto's going to take a knee.
And I don't blame him here. And Derby understands that too.
The knee will be taken by Maize, and that brings us to halftime here in Derby. Number one, a team in 6A, the Derby Panthers lead at 39-0. As we'll head to the halftime break, stay tuned. We've got a lot of things, including Dave Gorton coming up on Your View.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Hey airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline ticket, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Halftime here at Derby High School. It's all Panthers in the first half, leading the Maize Eagles 39-0. As you can hear the band entertaining a huge crowd here at Derby High School. Scott Hogan, Scott Gurney. Scott, it was not maybe unexpected to Derby fans tonight. Maize coming in 0-3, but it's kind of the way I think that the game broke down. It's just so many mistakes by Maize. The penalties can't get the offense going. And Derby, they scored defensively there to end the half and just dominated this first half.
They really have. And all three keys for Derby have been achieved tonight already. You're doing really good on special teams. You've had a couple of fumble recoveries. You've returned the ball for a touchdown. Your offense is firing on all cylinders and so many weapons on that offensive side of the football, but that big defensive line has caused Maize absolute havoc tonight.
Yeah, I tell you, Deshaun Brame, as advertised, that catch in the back of the end zone, incredible. Arius Finley, I tell you, the sophomore, and the rich tradition. Reminded Coach Clark of Dylan Edwards, but more physical, and that's high praise for a sophomore.
Oh, it definitely is, and just the running style he has, able to be so agile. We've seen the spin move tonight, utilizing another player off the field, and then when he gets into open field, he is just so fast. A couple of touchdowns tonight, over 120 yards rushing. Brain with a couple of touchdowns. He's also found Foster as well, so Drew's using all of his tools tonight.
Yeah, and Bryson Hayes for Maize, we saw the one big return. Just got to find more unique ways ways maybe to get him involved in the offense if you're Maize.
Absolutely. That's what you have to do tonight in the second half.
And we see our current AVCTL standings, NEC Derby up there at 3-0, Maize down at 0-3. And look at the top three teams. We all got these teams coming up. Maize South a little bit later in the season against Maize. We'll have Eisenhower at Andover Central. Both teams 3-0. Really looking forward to those matchups.
Absolutely. Those top-tier matchups are going to be phenomenal, and it's going to be just a matter who's the big dog in the yard, and we'll find out later this year.
Not to mention Hutch and Maize South to end our regular season schedule. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our special halftime interview. Stay tuned for Dave Gordon after this break on Your View.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Hola a todos, tenemos profesionales legales listos para responder sus preguntas. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, llámenos ahora mismo para hablar con un representante, obtener respuestas a sus preguntas y conocer cuánto vale su caso. Soy Victoria García y estoy con el portavoz y personalidad de la televisión, Milo Sánchez. Milo, dile a todos los que nos miran en casa quién debería llamar en este momento.
Bueno, Victoria, es como lo has dicho, cualquier persona que haya resultado herida en un accidente que no fue su culpa puede llamar ahora mismo. Le ofreceremos una consulta gratuita y le informaremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Entonces, ¿qué tipo de llamadas está recibiendo nuestro equipo hoy?
Bueno, Victoria, estamos recibiendo llamadas de todo tipo de accidente, pero lo más común es los accidentes automovilísticos. Por lo tanto, si usted ha sido lesionado en un accidente, llame ahora, le diremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora.
39-0, number one team in Class 6A, the Derby Panthers leading the Maize Eagles here at halftime in Derby. Well, we've alluded to a very special interview tonight as you come back into our broadcast booth. Scott Hogan, Scott Gurney, and Dave Gordon joins us. Dave is a best-selling author and global keynote speaker, and also author of the book we're going to talk about tonight, Culture Champion, Build an Unbeatable Team by Creating an Unbreakable Culture. We sure appreciate you taking some time with us, Dave.
Oh, it's been great being here. Thanks for having me.
You know, let's just start with talk about the relationship with, there's three authors, you and Kevin Chase is here in the studio with us, and Coach Clark. How did that relationship all get started?
Yeah, it's a great story. So I had published a book, my first book called TIP, which stands for Take It Personally, and it's about personal branding. And that's what I do. I speak to teams and organizations about building personal brands. And so I get an email from Coach Clark saying, loved your book. I bought 9 copies. I'm giving them all my coaches. And I'm like, yeah, that's like $9 for me. That's awesome. But, you know, I just felt like when coaches grab onto something like that and pass it on to their teams, it's fantastic. So a couple months later, I get another email from Coach, and he's like, hey, I'd like to come to New York with my culture coach, Kevin Chase, and we want to learn about keynotes and workshops and everything else. Now, I'm from New York. My dad was a cop. I'm like, what do these guys from Kansas want? Like, they're coming to New York? There's like a scam here. But actually, they came to New York. We sat for, what, 10 hours. We talked about culture. We talked about performance. We talked about sports, football. And we just developed a great friendship between them and my wife, who works with me, Kate. And we just sat there all day. So a couple months later, they're like, all right, we took all this stuff, we put it together, and now we need to create a book. Do you want to write it with us? And I said, it would be an honor. And so about a year and a half it took us to get the story right, incorporating all the principles that that the coach and the cowboy put together for this team. I mean, you could see the culture on the field. It's amazing. And everything in the book really embodies that. So it's written as a fable. It's a story. It's an easy read. You could probably read it in a couple of hours. And it's really a story about a guy who's running a bank and he's lost his way. It's called Culture Champion. And basically, this guy gets invited back to his high school for a reunion, and he goes back and he learns all the principles from his coach and his culture coach. It's a great story.
Outstanding. When you think about how culture translates into teenagers, when they really can't really grasp that, you see it in business all the time. You see business always talking about culture nowadays. How was that? Getting that, the verbiage across where kids in high school could understand that and absorb that and put it into their own lives?
Yeah, you know what it is? I think we need to give kids more credit, and I think it comes back to leadership. It's parenting, and it's also coaches. I had the opportunity yesterday to speak to the team, and so quick 10-minute presentation on creating a memory from a moment, and I could feel every one of those kids' eyes on me. And as I'm talking, I could see it. I could see it playing in their head. But it was seeing the way that they were respectful of me, an outsider. They'd never met me before. And just listening to the words that I said. I could take credit for the 39-0, but I won't do that, right? But the point is, these kids, I mean, and I see it all the time. I speak to young talent. I speak to interns and organizations. It really comes back to the leadership. The leaders have to model the behavior that they want to see. So that's why this is a book for the leaders, but also for the teams. So together, they create something like this you see on the field.
Well, if we read the book, what is maybe the one or two things that you want us to come away from when we're done reading that book?
I think if you look at the cover of the book, it's got a picture of a compass on it, right? And I know 1 degree compass is a big thing here. And the main thing is culture needs to be nurtured. That if you want to create a dynamic culture, you cannot take a day off. You cannot take one moment off. So that North Star, that has to be there, and you need to follow that every single day. If you take a plane that flies from New York to the Pacific Coast and you are 1 degree off, you will land in Mexico.
Wow.
Right? Just 1 degree. So you got to stay focused on your direction, on your North Star, and if you do that, culture will take you through.
Dave, you got a launch party coming out tomorrow?
We
Tell
do.
us about that.
Yeah, we got a launch party tomorrow at the Sandbox. Sandbox, right? Yep, we're at the Sandbox. We've got a special audience from 1 to 2 and then 2 to 4. Come on down. We've got books. We've got talks. We've got signings. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, Dave, we sure appreciate you taking time here at halftime with us, and those books are available. They came out on Tuesday. I've already seen it on Amazon. It's all over the place. Again, it's Culture Champion, Build an Unbeatable Team by Creating an Unbreakable Culture. We sure appreciate you taking time with us, and hopefully we can do this again.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
We're going to take a break. Back with more halftime here on Your View.
Over 13 million Americans were affected by identity theft in 2022. And the threats go way beyond just credit card fraud. Today's identity thieves can open loans, transfer home titles, and even commit crimes in your name.
Someone got my social security number, made a driver's license, and was used for criminal activity.
Your information is exposed through online shopping, banking, even corporate data breaches. No wonder there's a new victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. Only LifeLock alerts you to the widest volume of threats all in one place.
I clicked, "That's not me," and LifeLock took it from there.
If you become a victim, a dedicated US-based restoration specialist will work to fix the issue. All LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds.
I will be with LifeLock forever.
Enrollment takes just minutes. Call now or go online and use promo code GET25 to save 25% on your first year. Enroll now.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
Halftime here at Derby High School. It's 39-0. Derby leading the Maize Eagles as we take a look at some of our great first half highlights.
Well, there was so many, and for the guys in green, I'll tell you what, going right over Deshaun Brame, catching his first pass of the day and taking it right into the end zone for the first score of the night. And then the Derby defense said, you know what, we're going to rise to the occasion. And well, we'll show you what we're made of. Brame again on another catch, showing the fleet of foot as he dances through defenders. How about Drew Kemp? He's just been on fire. Dumps this one off to Arias Finley, and Finley finds the end zone. We talk about the patience and the dance skills as well. The big highlight for Bryson Hayes and the Maize offense was on a punt or kick return, and he was able to break this one down the field. Got Maize in a really great position. Penalties took him out of that, and unfortunately turning the ball over as well. But that defense for Derby has been exhausting for the Maize Eagles. And this one, how about Brame in the back of the end zone? That was just great touch. Great job keeping the feet in. Special play right there. And then right back to the air goes Kemp and finds a wide open Rowan Foster in the red zone and then onto the end zone. How about the fumble recovery, the scoop and score? Fumbling, rumbling, bumbling in Delacio, getting into the end zone.
Here's our first half statistics, and if you're a Maize fan, avert your eyes. Just 9 total yards, and you look at how balanced Derby was in the first half with 157 on the ground, 174 through the air, and again, they had the defensive touchdown and over 330 yards in offense.
Yeah, Finley has been absolutely amazing, and they would have had more if there hadn't been a holding call on an 80-yard touchdown run by Finley as well. So, yeah, dominating performance by the Derby offense right here, and you can see in all aspects of the game. And it's really been at the point of attack where I think they've done their biggest damage. They've been able to get off the football. They've won the battle in the trenches, and then your skill players just doing what they do and putting the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, dominated everywhere in the first half by Derby, and that was your first half Cox Fast Stats, giving football fans all the latest stats courtesy of the nation's fastest internet provider. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Take a break. Derby up 39-0. And back with more halftime of the Game Time High School Football Game of the Week on your view.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? Have you been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 or more a pill for Viagra, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. Stop overpaying for expensive prescriptions. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call now and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Call us anytime, day or night, and start saving big money for the exact same results. Have your credit card ready. Ordering is fast and easy, with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. Call now.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, we have legal professionals standing by to let you know how much your case is potentially worth. I'm here with TV personality and spokesman Tom Mustin. So, Tom, tell the viewers at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give us a call right now. You'll speak with a live person and find out how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. You heard it. Take advantage of this opportunity. Call now.
When the little things start feeling like too much to handle, it might be from vaping. See how nicotine could be making you act less like yourself. Visit downanddirtylife.com. Here's our upcoming schedule. We'll be back to Bishop Carroll for an intriguing matchup between Heights and Bishop Carroll next week. And then Maize again in the rivalry game at Maize South. And one we've kind of had circled, those last two. Goddard Eisenhower at Andover Central. Both were 3-0 starting tonight. And then Hutch at Maize South before playoffs week 1 and 2. What stands out? Oh, Eisenhower at Andover Central. I can't wait to get there.
I think just the offenses are so prolific. They can move the ball, but they've also got really good defenses. All four teams have really good defenses that can get after you. So, I mean, it's going to be a great football battle. Both of those games are going to be incredible to watch and incredible to call. So, and you got to tune into YourView, and you can get there by watch.yourview.com and check out those games. And I think they're going to be a phenomenal two games to end the season, of course, before we get to playoffs.
Cox Channel 22 as well, if you're so inclined, and a Cox subscriber gets you the game as well. And we're going to show you a little halftime festivities here. There was a field goal challenge, and challenge accepted and made. Field goal just inside the left upright, and this gentleman going to get, as you can see, the Chick-fil-A cow out there. He gets free Chick-fil-A for the next year for making that field, and I believe it was from the 15. So a 25-yard field goal gets you free Chick-fil-A for a year.
Yeah, that's interesting. How are they going to pull that off? Because I'd be going to Chick-fil-A every day if it was me. I love Chick-fil-A.
Well, let's talk keys for the second half. Let's start with the team on top right now, the Derby Panthers. What do you see out of them? I think we're going to see a lot of young kids play here in the second half. What if you're Coach Clark? What do you want to get from the second half?
I think focus. I think you got to keep your focus. You got to remember that you're wearing that Derby Panther uniform, and you got to come out and you perform just like the guys that started the ball game. If you're a new guy getting in, if you're not, if you're a starter and you played the whole first half, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep the pedal on the metal. Hey, we got to improve on the PAT end of things, but it's about the only improvement I could possibly see. Probably penalties-wise for Derby, you got to cut those out. They've had some inexcusable ones, I guess you could say, that just real mental mistakes by the Panthers, but that's about it.
Well, let's go across the field. Coach Guzman and the Maize Eagles. What do you want to accomplish here in the second half?
Just be positive. Keep your head up. Next play. Find something positive to build on this week. Finish out this half, no matter how it turns out. Get some young guys in, get them experience, obviously, but you want to try to come out of this one not get anybody hurt and just find something positive. He's got to work out the situation with the quarterback as far as Roboto or George. I don't know if he's going to solve anything tonight with that, but positivity in the name of the game.
Yeah, he was so positive with us in our interview on a Tuesday evening. Usually the evenings we were able to get together with both head coaches at some point in the evening. He was so positive. He knew it was going to be, he knew it had potential to be a really tough night tonight, but he liked the challenge. He was challenging his kids in practice. So, we got to go out, do what we do, let the chips fall where they may, and he did on our keys before the game. No mistakes. That Certainly didn't happen in the first half, putting the ball on the turf. The penalty, I think probably the penalties is probably what had him most upset, because some of it was the pre-snap, and that's just mental, jumping into the neutral zone, moving early on offense. I think that probably is what drives him a little more crazy than anything.
He wants his kids to keep fighting. Don't give up. It's a football game. Go out and play your hardest. Keep playing like you've been playing. Just go get it. Try to improve in the second half. Play better football, but do not give up. You got to keep that fighting spirit alive.
And remember, Maize won the toss and decided to take the football. So they will kick off to start the second half. Scott Hogan alongside Scott Gurney tonight. And I think I see maybe the most dangerous return man we've seen this year. I think Arias Finley is back deep.
Finley, Brame, I think are both back there. And I wouldn't want to kick the ball to either one of them.
Kicking it short.
Squib it.
And that's what they're going to do. But sensing that, it is going to be one of the up men on the return. And cutting it back to the middle of the field, broken tackles, and a good return across the 40 goes John Lujan.
Slot receiver, backup running back. I mean, the guy knows how to handle the football.
Now we will see how much of the first string offense we'll see, but here's another look at that nice return by Lujan.
Yeah, Lujan slid over in front of the back guy. Pick that up, right back up the middle. Good return.
So we're waiting, and I do see, Deshaun Brame and Finley, but I think the evening may be done for Mr. Drew Kemp. I believe that is Aiden Heckathorn, which I found out today, going to be a Sterling Warrior next year.
Is that a fact?
He is committed to play at Sterling College next year. And he's going to run that option. He's going to keep it. And broke off out of a pile and makes a gain a little bit out of nothing, it looked like. Finally drugged down by Hunter Jennings, number 36.
Good second effort. Keeping the feet moving, keep grinding.
You know, that there was supposed to be Heckathorn and Kemp in a quarterback battle. Heckathorn was banged up in the preseason, really couldn't go until here in the last couple of games. And boy, I tell you what a luxury to have him as a backup. He's going to throw a quick pass. Out pass is caught. Turned towards the sidelines. Rowan Foster looks like he's going to be just short of the first down.
I think Foster with just his second catch of the day. His first one was for a touchdown in the end zone, the south end zone. But again, running pass patterns and pass plays get you quick connections, build that confidence up, and just keep moving the chains.
How about Heckathorn? 6'2", 215. I tell you, the size of quarterbacks today, some of the size of the quarterbacks we've seen this year, amazing. And now he'll fake it, a little read option. Good decision, cuts it up, and just taking tacklers inside the Maize 45 for the first down. Again, another great decision on whether to keep it or hand it off.
Yeah, it looks like more like a fullback or a linebacker back there at the quarterback position. Watching him warm up in pregame, the dude has got an arm. He can throw it a mile.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Clark, he talked highly of him having the nice luxury of having basically two starting quarterbacks. Here's a quick pass to Brame in the slot, breaks a tackle. Now look at the speed. Deshaun Brame to the house, touchdown, Panthers.
Well, you can tell the athletic lineage that this guy has. I'm telling you what speed. Was able to connect. Yards after catch. He's just loaded full of it.
Well, I tell you, and what a throw by Heckathorn right between defenders.
Yep. Split the defenders, got it in the hands of his receiver, his playmaker, takes it all the way to the house.
We got something a little special for you a little bit later. You talk about the lineage of Deshaun Brame. We'll have that a little bit later for you. And now this was the biggest adventure in the first half for the Panthers. Good snap. And this time it is banged through by Holtzinger. So we head to break with the Panthers leading 46-0 here on Your View.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
And a short kickoff taken by Jackson once again.
Jackson's getting a workout tonight on the receiving end of kickoffs. He's not been able to break one loose yet, though.
Yeah, the one time they shifted Bryson Hayes up there, and that's when he made the big return. And I think Derby's been double checking each time to see where Mr. Hayes has been positioned. But here comes the Maize Eagle offense out for the first time.
Well, I think our viewers are going to see very shortly we are in a running clock situation. 45-point lead turns into a running clock, and that's where we're going to be at for the remainder of the game unless things change.
Well, Roboto will start with a little read option of his own, and he can't get away on the sideline. That was Easton Splain coming up for the stop, number 15.
Oh, Easton Splain makes so many tackles. Like I said, coming into this one, he had 11 total tackles, with 6 of those being solo. And you can see him watching, just squares up to the running back, or to the quarterback, puts his gut in his eyes, right in his belly button, makes a solid play with the shoulder.
Now, you remember last year, Derby had the injury at quarterback. They moved him over to play quarterback for a good portion of the season.
That's right.
And then when they got Heckathorn and then, of course, Kemp, it's like, hey, we're going to put you back in the secondary, and you see why.
Absolutely. Sure tackler.
Well, Roboto in the gun, 2nd and 11. Looks like the back went the wrong way. Ball jarred loose. We're going to have our second scoop and score. This one is Dalton Hornback. Touchdown, Derby.
Oh, my goodness.
Looked like a miscommunication to start in the backfield in that blindside hit.
You can see, yeah, I think the running back may have went the wrong direction. Not for sure on that, but boy, from the backside, what kind of an exclamation point on that one. But my goodness, that was a great play.
That was Dylan Carroll with that hit that knocked the ball loose from Roboto. And Holtzinger on for the extra point. That one through the uprights. 53-0 Panthers as we head to break here on the Game Time Game of the Week on Your View.
Shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Well, the second defensive score and scoop and score for the Panthers. They lead at 53-0. That time it was Dalton Hornback off the Dylan Carroll hit. And another short kick. This one you might want to let it go out of bounds, and you fumbled it out, so I think you lose the opportunity to get that out near the 40. So that's where Maize will have it from their own 31. It looks like Pierce George getting ready to come out at QB.
Yeah, I think he is. And again, for Coach Guzman, they're not making things, the quarterback situation is, they aren't making things easy on Coach Guzman. And I know he's got to be puzzled. He's got to be thinking, you know, how can we get some positive plays here? Obviously, you're going against, you know, one of the best teams in the state, maybe in the country, in Derby. So, looking for something positive on this exchange.
And not going to get out of the backfield. They brought Elijah Cross in at the running back, and he had no chance to get out of the backfield.
Yeah, that Derby defensive line and linebacker core is just ferocious. And you can see he was in the offensive backfield before just about time the running back got the football. That's number 74. That is Peyton Prey.
I think we're starting to see some new numbers out there on defense. There was some confusion. I thought Derby might have to take a timeout trying to get the 11 allotted on the field. Now this time Cross some more running room and squirts to the outside and is a nice gain across the 35.
That might have been the longest offensive running play we've seen so far from Maize tonight. And nice work in there by Elijah Cross getting in the senior.
And number 28 had to make a decision. Darian Gentry went towards George, and George, nice read, hands it off. Now manageable 3rd down and 3. You know, Cross is the senior of the two running backs, 5'10", 155. We've seen Shannon Jones most of the first half, 5'11", 201 junior. Let's see if the Eagles will keep it on the ground, see if they can pick up those 3. And again, a good decision by George. Pulled it, lowered his shoulder, and this depends on the spot. It looks like he's right at the sticks.
They're going to give it to him, Scott. Official motion chain gang to move on down. And good 3rd down play and a good read there by Pierce George. Watch him just lay this ball on the hip of the running back. Zoop, right out. Saw the defensive end crashing in. Once again, that's pick number 74, Peyton Bray, getting in there in a hurry.
And that's what Coach Guzman wants to see, just the decision making. Neither of these two quarterbacks have played hardly any varsity coming into the season. He just wants to see that decision making grow. And a couple of good reads there by George. Now he's just going to scoop it out the cross. Edge is blocked well. Cross cuts it up the numbers. Up the far sideline, Elijah Cross. 10-5, and the Maize Eagles into the end zone for their first touchdown of the ball game, making it a 53-6.
And then a flag, I think, coming in the end zone after the touchdown. But I want you to watch the block on the outside. Ryder Zimmerman, number 9, right there. Correction.
Right there.
Yeah, it was right on the outside. I believe it was, it very well could have been Maivella. I bet it was Maivella, number 4, on the outside. And I think they got flagged for spiking the ball in the end zone. And they're having that crucial conversation right now.
Yeah, I think that was the touchdown by Cross.
It's a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 8 of the offense. That penalty will be assessed 15 yards on the kickoff.
So there you had it. Elijah Cross, a little bit too excited, maybe a little frustration there in that spike as well, and that will really back you up to your own 20 to kick off. And with the running clock, that will be what the first play of the 4th quarter is. And first, Mason Teague on for his first extra point of the ball game. And as you would expect, he will put it right through the uprights. So into the 3rd quarter, Derby on top 53-7. Game time, game of the week on your view.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Hola a todos. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, tenemos profesionales listos para responder sus preguntas y hacerles saber cuánto vale su caso. Estoy con el portavoz Milo Sánchez. Milo, dígale a los televidentes en casa quién debe llamar ahora mismo.
Bueno, Victoria, cualquier persona que fue herida en un accidente y no fue su culpa, habrá gente que recibirá en vivo su llamada, recibirá una consulta gratuita y le dirán cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora mismo.
53-7. Derby leads Maize. Maize getting on the board on that long Elijah Cross touchdown run. But backed up to the 25 after the unsportsmanlike penalty after the touchdown. So Teague going to kick it off. Probably a couple of new numbers. Yes, they are. Number 33 is one of the return men. That is Evian Curtis. And we'll get you the number of the returner. See if Teague maybe just tries to go deep with this one. And he will. Good line drive. And it's going to be taken about the 17-yard line. Trying to go wide right, turning the corner, and a nice return there by David Morrison, a sophomore running back. Here's one of the earlier plays, Deson Brame, we mentioned, the Tennessee commit, beautiful touchdown catch. His mom is Nikki Ramage Brame. You see her there, her years at K-State after playing 4 years at Little River High School. She was Miss Kansas basketball in 1996, and I was actually doing the Little River High School game the night of the Hall of Fame when she was inducted. I tell you what, there was a lot of great players on those back-to-back-to-back Little River championship teams, won 91 games in a row. So Deson comes by it naturally. I believe his dad also played at K-State football.
Maize, first charge of the half.
As Maize is going to burn a timeout. So, yeah. And we're going to take this timeout with you. 11:13 left in the ball game. And we'll be back with more Derby versus Maize on your view.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
And the Derby Panthers with the ball, one option play later. David Morrison took it into Maize territory here with the running clock. And now Heckathorn will fire one, a little curl pattern, and running for the first down after the catch. That is EJ Utitis with a nice catch and run. Utitas a 6'5", 230 tight end. Boy, they got big tight ends. You talk about Hassan Brame at 6'6", 235. But I tell you what, another great big receiving target.
Oh, yeah, guys can really go up and get the football, and that's sure hands. We've seen them tonight. But there just hasn't been any missed passes on this Derby side.
Option again, and this one on the turf. And Maize is able to get the recovery, and really never securing the football was David Morrison. And the Maize Eagles get a much needed turnover.
They did, and they needed to get in that turnover column. And not on the wrong side of it. You see that ball. I think that Morrison heard footsteps, and that one coming. Great recovery right there.
Yeah, the pitch was there, it looked like. I think he was looking up to see. He felt that defender bearing down.
Keller McNeil on the fumble recovery. And now Maize back in action.
Well, Roboto out there again. We are running clock the remainder of the ball game, so going to breeze through the fourth quarter. Roboto kind of faked that pitch out, and a nice run straight ahead. He'll cross the 40. It was a nice fake. Gave him a little space.
Good fake. Saw the opening right there. Open right up. Got the as much yards as he could get. Went down. Says we'll live to fight another day and get another chance. Roboto. Only one touchdown on the year. And that one, of course, to Bryson Hayes. Via the air, 42-yard.
Trying to see, is Hayes in the ball game? I'm not so sure that he is. Unless he's out there wide right. And they'll hand it off. Cross has got a crease off left tackle and crosses midfield down near the Derby 45. And no, I do not believe Hayes is not out on the field at this point of the proceedings.
And I don't blame Coach Guzman there. I mean, at this point, the game's pretty much decided. Let's not mince words here. And
absolutely
snowball this one. But yeah, you definitely don't want to get Hayes hurt at this point, and a mistake being made, or he just tweaks the knee on the turf. But again, how about Elijah Cross? I've been impressed by the carries he's got, the yardage he's been able to make.
Getting everybody adjusted there. Play clock running down. They go back to Cross straight ahead. And we get down just inside the 40. Bring up second down and 4 there. As you see, evening apparently done. Bryson Hayes, the helmet off again. He will be playing next year at Nebraska. And having a tough senior campaign thus far. Just again, he's having trouble getting him the football on a consistent basis, but we saw the talent on that kickoff return. Yes. You could see the speed and the vision. And Roboto trying to get a play clock reset. Official, there it goes. And Roboto again will go to Cross, kind of dancing his way. This time, he was gobbled up right near the line of scrimmage. Down at the bottom of the pile, looks like Isaac Nicholas, number 31.
Yeah, just trying to find a seam there to slide through, and there was just nothing. Just a swarm of green shirts is all he saw, and I think he's asking for a sub here. And we'll see. He's going to go look at number 31. That's Isaac Nicholas.
So no gain, 3rd and 3. Continue with that same formation. Trips out wide right. Roboto fakes that pitch, trying to go the other way. Can the pursuit get there? And it did. That was great hustle. Looks like that's number 42, Bryson Maldonado. That was a great play.
Yeah, headed that way, and then saw the pursuit, and was like, oh, let's go back this way. Maldonado coming up. I'm trying to think of where I saw him line up, but I'm thinking he was a backer.
Yeah, he was either middle or he might have been the wide side linebacker there. That, again, great speed across the formation and forced this 4th down play from Maize.
Bryson just a junior, 5'10", 160.
Maize going to burn a timeout here as well. And that will stop the clock.
Second charge of the half.
So Maize going to talk over this 4th down play, 4th and 3 coming up.
You know, we talked about colors tonight, obviously green, but we've seen a lot of purple and gold in the stands tonight. And that, as we take a look at the replay.
This is our Cox smart play of the game, the cutback right there from Arias Finley. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah, Finley just so impressive with his speed and his being able to see the field in such a wide angle and find great slots to get to.
Well, that was the smart call of the game, courtesy of Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. You can learn more at cox.com/mobile. So out of the timeouts, 1 remaining for Maize. They got a 4th and 3, empty set. 4 receivers, wide right, Roboto back, fires one over the middle, going to be intercepted. Picked off in the secondary, and a nice return by Cooper Williams, a backup linebacker, and that's one Eli Roboto, he would desperately like that one back.
You bet. Williams drops back into coverage and sees that one coming right in. All he had to do is just pedal back, watch the eyes of the quarterback, breaks over into the pass pattern. Nice pick.
Yeah, that one needed some more air under it, as Damari Smith had a step or so behind the secondary. I was on a little bit too much of a rope. Roboto, if he puts a little more air under that, you got a chance for a big play, but that's part of the learning process for Eli Roboto and now his junior campaign.
And now Derby will come out on offense.
Looks like a new quarterback as well, or is trying to catch a number?
That's Blake Clark. It's Coach Clark's son.
Oh, and a little keeper and hand up around the helmet, but I don't think it got any part of the face mask.
This one looked like possibly a horse collar here. Let's take another look at it. It's Blade.
No, the hand was on the front of the shoulder pad. I think that was a legal tackle.
Well, if it was by 97 to 5'11", 231, that's Peyton Norwood, and he got the big mitt around his neck.
Mentioned Blake Clark in his sophomore season. Nice pitch and catch out on the edge, and a big gain, and it could be really big inside the 40. And stepping out of bounds is Devon Morrison, the sophomore running back.
And again, a good read, pitching the ball out. We'll see it here in just a second. Here it comes right at you. Blake gets the ball out into his playmaker's hands and turning on the Jets. Right before he gets whacked, steps out of bounds, and a big gain for the Panthers.
Boy, Derby runs a little bit of everything at you. That option has been really effective. Now the lefty, nice catch up the sideline, and taking it out of bounds as Fortis. Oh boy, Ferdahosami. As we'll see the replay once again.
Good pitching catch. Got out to the big wideout, 85. He's Hassani?
That was Ferdahosami.
Hosani? Oh. 6'1", 145, big lanky kid.
Showed nice hands there on the catch. Gain of about 8. Now back to the option pitch. And again, a ton of running room around the left end and trying to get to the sideline. Finally corralled at the 20-yard line was Devon Morrison. And the chains move, and Derby creeping into that Eagle, right shy of the Eagle red zone at the 21.
Derby averaging about 60 points per game, and they're creeping up on it here against Maize this Friday night.
And get this one in the end zone, and an extra point would have him right there.
Blake has been on the field all night long. Every PAT he is held for.
And now the handoff. Morrison making some beautiful cuts. Gets to the sideline, breaks a tackle. And Devon Morrison will take it into the end zone for another Derby Panther touchdown. Boy, I tell you, there was a little bit of everything out of Morrison.
Yeah, we saw him on the jet sweeps and coming around the corner this time. Just able to keep his balance and find his way to the end zone. Watch the cut. That one zigzags and then boom, outside, shows the speed, turns on the jets, keeps himself upright, dives into the end zone for the TD.
Well, and these are the quote-unquote backups here for the Derby Panthers. These are talented kids just kind of biding their time as underclassmen. And now Derby looks like gonna bring on, well, they're gonna go for 2. And a new running back, broken tackle, but getting nowhere close. That was Evian Curtis trying to squeeze in. So running clock, 59-7 Derby. We may have just the kickoff remaining, depending on how quickly the teams can get out there. And a huge crowd here at Derby beginning to file out.
Yeah, big night for Derby tonight. It really has been all Derby, and here's their upcoming schedule. Next week they got Hutchinson. They've taken on Salina South tonight, and then Valley, Maize South, Bishop Carroll. But I take it those last 2 games are going to be something else.
Well, I tell you, those next 3 are going to be extremely challenging, and I think that's what Coach Clark has been waiting for. He'll be happy with tonight. I think the penalties, and we talked about the extra point conversions, something to work on, but a dominating performance at home here by number 1 in 6A as the Derby Panthers defeat the Maize Eagles 59-7. Derby 4-0, and Maize will fall to 0-4. We'll take a break, and we're back with your post-game report. This is the Game Time Game of the Week on Your View.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer, and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
Game Time on Your View is sponsored by the Kansas Department of Aging and Disability Services. There are services throughout Kansas that can strengthen your mental health and prevent suicide. This is not where your story ends. Well, tonight's play of the game is going to be brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau Health Plans, affordable health care, nationwide coverage, friendly service.
Play of the game is Drew Kemp finding some patience and then finding his running back, Arius Finley, and then what he was able to do with the football after that. Here's the patience, waits. Last second makes the toss. Watch Finley, little zigzag. Left the tennis shoes setting at about the 5-yard line of the defender. Gets into the end zone.
Again, our play of the game tonight brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau Health Plan. There you see Arius Finley celebrating after one of the touchdowns this evening, as we'll take a look at our next game next week, Friday. It's going to be October next week. October 4th, 7 p.m. Central. We'll be at Bishop Carroll High School in an interesting matchup, as it's the Eagles and the Falcons of Heights High School. Battle of the Birds next week over at Bishop Carroll High School. Looking forward to that one. We got one more break for you and be back for more post-game here on Your View.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
Over 13 million Americans were affected by identity theft in 2022. And the threats go way beyond just credit card fraud. Today's identity thieves can open loans, transfer home titles, and even commit crimes in your name.
Someone got my social security number, made a driver's license, and was used for criminal activity.
Your information is exposed through online shopping, banking, even corporate data breaches. No wonder there's a new victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. Only LifeLock alerts you to the widest volume of threats all in one place.
I clicked, "That's not me," and LifeLock took it from there.
If you become a victim, a dedicated US-based restoration specialist will work to fix the issue. All LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds.
I will be with LifeLock forever.
Enrollment takes just minutes. Call now or go online and use promo code GET25 to save 25% on your first year. Enroll now.
Hola a todos. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, tenemos profesionales listos para responder sus preguntas y hacerles saber cuánto vale su caso. Estoy con el portavoz Milo Sánchez. Milo, dígale a los televidentes en casa quién debe llamar ahora mismo.
Bueno, Victoria, cualquier persona que fue herida en un accidente y no fue su culpa, habrá gente que recibirá en vivo su llamada, recibirá una consulta gratuita y le dirán cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora mismo.
And tonight's Player of the Game is being brought to you by Taco Bell Live Más.
Well, Scotty, tonight it's none other than the 555-pounder. That's Arius Finley, running back for Derby. Did it all tonight. 8 carries, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did it on the ground, caught balls in the air. This one was just phenomenal to watch. The head fake, the feet, the agility. He's got all the tools. Another great running back in the line of incredible running backs for the Derby Panthers, but the speed was absolutely incredible, and Maize had no answer for him.
Well, it's pretty impressive when you come into the game averaging 10.5 yards a carry, and you actually raise that average significantly on 8 carries, 120 yards. That's saying something.
That is special.
He is a special man, a special night here in Derby for the homestanding Panthers. They win it 59-7 over Maize. We're back for one more segment after this break on Your View.
Over 13 million Americans were affected by identity theft in 2022. And the threats go way beyond just credit card fraud. Today's identity thieves can open loans, transfer home titles, and even commit crimes in your name.
Someone got my social security number, made a driver's license, and was used for criminal activity.
Your information is exposed through online shopping, banking, even corporate data breaches. No wonder there's a new victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. Only LifeLock alerts you to the widest volume of threats all in one place.
I clicked, "That's not me," and LifeLock took it from there.
If you become a victim, a dedicated US-based restoration specialist will work to fix the issue. All LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds.
I will be with LifeLock forever.
Enrollment takes just minutes. Call now or go online and use promo code GET25 to save 25% on your first year. Enroll now.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
59-7 and Derby at home tonight, victorious over the Maize Eagles. And Scott, Derby, as advertised tonight, we knew they came in. I tell you, that three-headed monster with Kemp back there can run it, can throw it. You got Arius Finley. I was super impressed with him. And then Deson Brame, the hands, the size and the speed. And then that defense, first-team defense, doesn't allow a score. It just Derby's got a little bit of everything, and they are going to be really difficult for anybody to beat.
They really will. And talk about 468 yards of offense tonight, 16 first downs, 228 yards on the ground. They did it in every aspect of the game. Special teams, you got defensive touchdowns, you got your offense rolling. For Maize, too many self-inflicted wounds with turning the ball over, penalties at the absolute worst time, and your offense was ineffective tonight. Defense did their best, but it was just too much of a mountain to overcome for Maize tonight, and Derby did exactly what we expected Derby to do.
Yeah, Maize back to the drawing board. See them in a couple of weeks against Maize South. Well, you've been watching Game Time High School football on YourView. Derby takes the victory over Maize 59-7. And join us back here next Friday as Bishop Carroll hosts Wichita Heights. Live coverage begins at 7 p.m. Central Time right here on YourView. But for now, on behalf of our entire crew, alongside Scott Gurney, I'm Scott Hogan. So long from Derby, and God bless.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around